Hey guys, thank you very much for tuning in to another video. I am your host, RiderPride639, and today we've got a really fun one for you. Today we've got a solos gameplay that was recorded during the Easter in Verdansk event. So what this event did was they placed little Easter egg baskets all over the map, and when you collected them, you could get Easter egg contracts. And what these contracts did is they did the exact same things what the contraband contracts do. So you take the Easter egg, you go to a predetermined location, you call in a helicopter, you grab the bag, and you would actually be able to get yourself some blueprints that were no longer in the game, such as the Mud Dropper MP7 and the Firebrand Bruin, which were from the Bunker 11 and Stadium Easter eggs, respectively, plus a few others that are no longer obtainable. Plus, they were still worth really good cash as well. So that's what this particular event is all about. However, the gameplay that I'm going to show you here is gameplay that I took into solos, and I just want to kind of go over the thought process of you, kind of what I normally do during games, so you guys can get an idea of what my gameplay is like. And kind of what my thought process is throughout the entire way. So before we get into the video though, I just want to quickly remind you guys to make sure that you do subscribe to the channel and make sure that you do drop a like on the video as well. We're on our way to our first 100 subscribers with the goal of getting to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. But you can also follow me over on Twitter at RiderPride639. So if you guys want all the news and updates of what's happening with my YouTube content as well as my streaming content, you guys can follow me over on there. And speaking of the streaming content, don't forget you guys can also follow me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/RiderPride639, where I go live 3 days a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. So let's go ahead and dive into the gameplay and we'll show you exactly what I did. All right, here we go, guys. This is the gameplay. So we're gonna make sure we're still recording here. All right, so mark ourselves a scavenger contract. See two guys float in the air. One dives off right away, so we start putting our focus on this guy here. So we're both trying to position ourselves to get a better gun angle. We find it. So he hits a couple shots on me, but
oh, baby, let's fucking go. That dude's gonna be pissed.
Yeah, so guarantee that guy's definitely not going to be happy. So easy kill out of the air. First one of the day. We get ourselves situated. Let's go ahead and get our scavenger. So we grab the scav, we grab a gun, grab some plates, and we get moving. So generally when you guys grab scavenger contracts, try to get it done as quick as you can, so that way you get the money, so you can get to your loadout as quick as possible. So here we do a little bit of extra looting just to make sure that we have plates, we have secondaries, we have ammo, and things like that. So we're not under any pressure or duress. We're not fighting zone. So taking a couple extra moments to loot, not a terrible idea here.
Prefer a bullfrog.
Bullfrog I like over the Milano just because faster fire rate and better headshot damage. And for this case, I do like the XM4 over the Stoner because the reload speed is quicker, as well as the movement speed. So the XM4 just performs a little bit better in solos, especially for some of those medium range engagements, where if we have to keep ducking in and out and disengaging and re-engaging, I'm not stuck in a spot where I'm spending 10 seconds to reload an LMG. So here we try and get moving.
Come on, game, pull up.
Moving towards our next objectives. Here we swap out for the blue FFAR. FFAR is still an amazing gun. At the time of this recording, the FFAR is being marked for its third nerf according to Raven Software, just at the just before Season 3 starts here. So it's still a really good gun even at this time here. So there we realize, okay,
This has been looted.
so now we got somebody that's in the area.
In this area.
So always make sure that you're aware of your surroundings, especially for things like that.
I heard it.
So what we heard, you'll hear it. There it is. So what you hear, it's two things. One, we hear the Easter basket. Two, we heard a door slam open beside us. So we know that there's somebody else in this building on the opposite side. So the first thing we need to do is get position. Positioning is key. High ground is key. Getting back position against ladders is also key too. So here we also make sure that we don't cast our shadow into the hole, so that way he knows that we're there.
I heard this guy too. Shit.
So this guy flew up the stairs in a hurry.
Just about lost that because I didn't hit my shots proper.
You're not dead yet.
So that guy was probably running dead silence, which explains his speed coming up that ladder.
Well, first things first, I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna come back for that. I'm gonna finish this contract, grab this contract.
Also realize that first circle, there's already 79 players left. So we're already down a half a lobby before the first circle is even finished. So crazy. Now,
All right.
at this stage
So
here,
our first Easter egg.
guys, once you get your 10K, get your loadout as quick as you can. I make a crucial mistake here where I don't get my loadout right away. Not sure what my thought process was not getting it, but I was kind of hyper-focused on this whole Easter egg contract. But guys, when you have the opportunity to get your loadout guns, get them right away. Don't wait too long to get them. So we get the contract. It carries us downtown towards the ultra-tall building in the middle of downtown. We know that there's somebody here because there's a chopper already on the top of the roof. So they're doing their contraband contract as well. Now, there's enough noise here that I can get up these stairs without making too much noise. But I also make another mistake here. So I check to see if I do a quick jump check. So there, now what I should have done there, as soon as I realized that it was a riot shielder, I should have backed off immediately and hopped over the railing, gotten down the stairs because he was going to throw a stun.
I don't know if I killed him though.
That way, if the stun does hit me, I can turn my body to a spot where if he has to come down the stairs, he has to come directly at me. I can shoot him while he's got the sticks out. So I ended up losing that. I got to my goo. I ended up winning the gulag. It was just a fist gulag. The guy I didn't even kill because it was just he was running around and I just took the flag objective. So we land on our loadout, grab it.
Oh my god, game, I'm stuck. Oh.
That's one bug I hope they kind of refix. They fixed it once before, but apparently it's broken again. Where if you grab your loadout, all of a sudden you're stuck and you can't move.
Oh my god, game.
All right. I am going to pause it here in a moment because I'm going to show you something here. All right. So right on the minimap, a new dot appears, but it also appears with an arrow pointing down. So what that means is that relative to your current altitude, that player is actually below your altitude. Now, I do misjudge that, and I just see the dot and immediately assume once I hear the gunfire where he's going to be without looking at the map again. So I grab that precision airstrike. I keep looting up here because I need a little bit of extra ammo, but I also want to make sure I have a plate, which I do find. So that way, once I do get into an engagement, I have at least a full set of plates to work with. So
Okay, these guys were up here fighting.
so that's my mistake. So I called that they're up there, and that actually was not the case. They're actually down below. So what we end up doing in this particular case is I see that there is a scavenger contract below me.
It was worth a try.
Not really. I ended up wasting a precision airstrike for nothing, basically. So I do see this scavenger contract that I want.
This area's been looted.
And I want it for two reasons. A, money. And B, I want the satchel. Just to make sure that I get, a full slate of plates ready to go.
So let's just keep going down.
So we get through here, we grab the scav, we grab the chest, hoping for a little bit of extra cash or maybe a plate, but nothing there, not a big deal. But one of the things we realize is that the zone's now moving in,
Exactly what I didn't want.
and the scav kind of pulled us back into the prison area. But, however, we do realize that we're close enough to zone that the gas is actually moving incredibly slow. So this gives us enough time, and you'll see it.
Good news is that this is a slow gas.
So we're going to have time to at least try and get this objective done as quick as we can. But we do know that we can't waste too much time on this objective, so we need to figure out where we need to go and move on. But this is where that map marker comes into play again. So if you hear it, you can hear the guy was running around over here. And chances are he probably heard me too, so we're going to get ourselves into a better position.
It's another Easter egg.
So we hear it, but there we go. So we finished that guy off. Start running over here again and then realize, oh no, we got to go actually up, and we can't get it to it from here, so we got to go up the tower. I didn't have a field upgrade there, so I probably should have grabbed... I should have grabbed that armor box while I had the opportunity, but ultimately didn't cost us anything in the long run. So we get ourselves moving here. Get to this next one. Now again, environmental awareness and situational awareness is key in these parts here. So we grab this. We pop the egg, so that way we can get some extra loot out of it. But then we realize...
It's up there.
The scav is in a spot where we have to basically go around, underneath, and then back up through the middle in order to get to it, but the gas is already moving in, so we realize, okay, you know what, we're not going to have time to grab it. Let's just cancel the scavenger contract, we'll move to the Easter egg contract, and then we'll get out of here. So we grab that, grab the airstrike, and then we start heading towards farmland. So guys, when you're using the parachute, wherever possible, if you guys have the opportunity to do this side strat, because this absolutely... helps when it comes to your movement. So here we check the farmhouse, make sure there's nobody in the window.
Oh my god, game.
Slide canceling is still it's still something I'm trying to perfect. It takes me a while to get into it. So here we get to our contract location, we drop the marker, and the first thing we do is immediately get to cover. Do not stand out in the open and wait for these things, because it's a good way to get your head blown off. Also, these things here too, if you guys see proximity mines and claymores and things like that, pick them up and use them. Put them in places where people are going to traverse, especially on roads, because these will blow up rovers, they will blow up jeeps, and if a Bertha is actually weak enough, it will blow them up too, and you can get yourself some free kills without having to do anything. So pick them up, deploy them, go grab your other lethals, and then get right back at it. So we got the contract done. We realize we are sitting on dummy amounts of cash right now.
We have $30,000 right now. I just like to point that out. And I've got no bunker near me.
So, which is unfortunate because I would have loved to have bought Foresight at this stage. So here we grab a UAV, grab another UAV, self-revive. We realize we still have enough money. Let's get our loadout drop. This will be our ghost class. So here we realize, okay, I don't know why I popped that other UAV, and then I just burned the precision airstrike, and then got an extra UAV. So I burned an extra UAV when I didn't really need to. But if you guys, actually, I'll mention a couple things here. Quickly pause this. So if you guys find extra cluster strikes or precision airstrikes sitting near buy stations when you're trying to buy UAVs, feel free, pick them up, burn them. Use them somewhere. It doesn't matter if you hit or not. That way they're not used against you, especially if you do have a self-revive. That's usually a good way where somebody snipes you. They can run the cluster, they can run the precision airstrike and finish you off. So if you see them lying on the ground, feel free to use them off to make room for your UAVs, and that way they can't be used against you. Two, when you're in your loadout, you notice I took an extra second or two to actually select my ghost loadout. Guys, when you're in your loadouts, make sure you're getting in and out as quick as you can. Know what you're going to get before you get it. So when I picked up my first loadout, I know exactly that I was going to grab my Grau MP5 class, so I hit the second marker where it is. I knew my ghost was at the bottom, but for some reason my brain didn't process that properly. And it took me an extra second to grab ghost. So guys, make sure... Yeah, make sure you guys are grabbing your loadouts as quick as you can so that way you don't get sniped in the head. So on the UAV, we saw this guy over here, so we're going to go ahead and pick a fight with him. So we know he's in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab the high ground, make sure we have better position on him, and we're going to make as little noise as possible so we don't give away our position to let him know that we're here. So we know he's inside, so we're just going to wait him out.
This side.
Now here, I wait for him to get completely out in the open before lasering him. And the reason why I did that is because I didn't want to engage him when there's two pieces of cover that he could get into right away when I did start shooting him. Probably wouldn't have been that big of a deal because I could have just as easily swapped over to my MP5, hopped off the roof, and pushed him to finish him off. But that spot there, I opted to play just a little bit more... a little bit more conservatively for that case. So we're on our way over to another buy station, but we're also checking our sides. These blue buildings are notorious for campers. So we make sure that we, clear it, make sure that there's nobody hiding in the windows. We check our sides, we check the open areas where people might be crossing.
16 players left. Like, this lobby is dying in a hurry.
Yeah, 16 players left and it's only third circle, so that's pretty crazy.
I need recon on my position.
So we pop another UAV.
Nothing. Wow.
So either there's nobody in the area or everybody's ghosted.
Recon contract ready.
So I did see a couple of bounties off in the corner there, but I figured, okay, you know what? I might not have enough time to go quickly grab them and then move forward. So I opt to go for a recon.
Contract.
So that way, at least I have an objective to do that to get me some money, but also gives me some additional information for the end game and where the circles are going to be.
Oh, I don't realize I don't have a satchel. All right.
New safe zone located.
So I'm watching the map, listening for any footsteps. Don't really see anything, so we know we're not under any duress. So I notice a ping right downtown, but it's sitting right on top of that super building where we died earlier. I did see it. I chose not to acknowledge it just because I at that stage I'm deciding, okay, that's not really a fight I want to go out of my way to push. I'm at a disadvantage to it anyways, so there's no sense in pushing something I don't need to. So make sure you guys are also picking your fights. Pick your battles properly. So grab the bounty, we get ourselves moved over to some building cover, making sure there's nobody around, do a little bee hopping.
People are going to be camping rooftops like crazy.
Especially in downtown. It's notorious, especially for lobbies that die this quickly. People will be taking shelter on roofs more often than not. So we start moving towards where our bounty is going to be.
Dudes over at Stadium then.
So the first thing I do is I back up a little bit and kind of put myself in the cover so I'm not standing out in the doorway while I'm looking at my mini-map. Oh, itchy nose.
I will have to play this one a little bit smarter instead of rushing right at him.
Especially now that I notice that this guy on the map is coming right at me.
Okay, this guy's coming right for me. I think.
So we heard him, and then he just kind of disappeared.
The fuck, where'd he go? Hey, Philly, thank you very much for the bits.
So if you guys are streamers, also this is something to watch for as well. Pick and choose.
This dude just disappeared, or did he grab his loadout?
Pick and choose your times when you're going to acknowledge things like that. Make sure you're...
I need to try and get in here and third party this.
Yeah, make sure you're not in the middle of a gunfight or repositioning and things like that when you're acknowledging things. There, I wasn't under any duress or pressure, so I acknowledged the message. Here, there's a couple more that came through, but I was actually focused on my
I
target.
got poached. Okay, so there's somebody else over here.
So I did notice, yeah, I did hear gunfire coming over here, so that's why I opted to make the choice to come over here to see if I could jump in. So that way, if my bounty wins, I can finish off my bounty, get the full amount of the contract. So that Bertha drives by. I don't even bother with him because he can't see me where I am.
Okay, whoever poached him isn't anywhere near here. Or he's ghosted. Shit.
So again, positioning, situational awareness. If I'd have thought about it a little bit more, I probably would have realized that the guy that drove by in the Bertha that you saw on the map a moment ago, that was probably the guy that actually finished off my bounty. So I quickly check fire hall, make sure there's nobody there because I need to leave this area and there is a big open area that I have to cross in order to get to the safe zone. So I kind of put myself in a bad spot here.
I don't like this spot. I put myself in a bad spot.
So I notice gas is coming in. If I would have played it a little bit smarter, I probably should have taken this police building right here. That would have given me a little bit better position on the bounty had he survived because he would have pushed out to me. It would have given me positional advantage on that Bertha player if I chose to engage him or if he hopped out. So here I'm going through downtown again, but I'm moving from cover to cover. to make sure that if there are people camping on rooftops, that I can move from cover to cover to get inside and get myself reset and better position myself for other gunfights. So here I decide, okay, I'm going to grab a recon just for something to do if I can do it. There's only 9 other players left. So here again, moving from cover to cover.
Someone's going for the super UAV.
So watching rooftops again. Still got stopping power loaded in my MP5, which is good for me. So there I realized, okay, recon is no longer in the zone, so I can't do it anymore. So now I need to figure, okay, what do I need to do for positioning? I see some cluster strikes and a Bertha going off. So I figure, okay, now's a good time as any. Let's get to some higher ground here. So I check that rooftop, make sure there's nobody there.
This rooftop here.
Normally, I do like actually getting on this rooftop right over here to my right where the ladder is. But it turns out I don't end up needing it, and you'll see why here in a second.
Okay, somebody over on that rooftop there.
So that gives me a little bit of information of where they are. So I'm just checking other rooftops.
Fuck. Someone put a... I haven't had a bounty on me, though, so that makes sense.
So here comes the Bertha.
Oh shit, there's somebody up here.
So he gave his position away without acknowledging me beside him. So that was kind of a weird thing. So I don't know if he didn't hear me properly or what happened there, but...
There's one.
So we finish him off. So now we got to get ourselves moving. So the Bertha's coming again.
I'm in a good enough position that I don't get fucked by this Bertha. Stole that kill.
So the Bertha goes underneath into the ravine. So I got to get myself across the street as quick as I can. Make sure I'm not leaving myself exposed or out in the open.
2 threat. Means he's got to be up on one of these rooftops. Oh, sweet.
Okay, so positioning again is what I'm going for here. So I clear these rooftops, make sure there's nobody up there. So, and again, audio is also a key to this game too.
Okay, make sure I'm reloaded.
So there you hear footsteps to the left of me. So finished him off with stopping power. Now, that's the guy that killed me earlier. Now, if you notice here, this is where I make another mistake. I didn't quite clear the rooftops entirely, but if you see right up in this corner here, there's a guy sniping on this rooftop, right in this corner. So as I'm trying to figure out, okay, what positioning do I need next? Where are these players going to possibly be? I didn't think there would actually be a player up here initially, but unfortunately, my visuals, I totally missed this guy. So I ended up making a mistake here, but this ends up turning into a whole other mistake that I'm actually able to capitalize on, and you're going to see why here in a second. So I still don't see him, even though he's clear as day up there. So
He's up top. There he is, yeah.
So guys, at the end game in situations like this, make sure that you're finishing your kills. Now, finish your kills when it's safe to do so. In a position like this, you've still got one other player. So if you down a guy, now's the perfect time to basically quickly scan your surroundings and see if you can figure out where that other player is, because that other player is now going to know where you're positioned. He's going to hear your gunfire. So now you can check bushes, rocks, other cover points and whatnot to see if he pokes his head out and get that information. Once you get that information, or if you're not able to get that information in enough time, make sure that you're finishing your downed kills, and here is why. So he drops down and doesn't hear my self-revive go off. So he doesn't engage me at all.
Okay,
So what I do at this time, okay, so the third player reveals his position by shooting at him. So I opt to play for the gas here. land right in behind him. He has no idea I'm there. He had a really good position too. But then I see the guy running across the ravine.
Let's go, baby.
And there's the finish. So guys, make sure you're finishing your down kills. It's super, super important. But there it is. That's the GG's. That's the solos victory right there. And
Oh man, I can't believe that guy let me live.
that's what really, really surprised me. So guys, make sure that you're finishing your down kills. GG's. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a lot of fun and learned a little bit about this particular video. This just goes to show you that you don't necessarily need those super high kill games in order to get wins. Sometimes you got situations like these where the lobbies just die off so fast. So you know what? You just got to play your game the way you got to play it. You still got to try and do some objectives as much as you can, wherever it's possible, and just be aware of everything going on around you. And I think that's kind of the mainstay about this one, is more or less just situational awareness, seeing everything that's going on around you and just understanding the situation that you're in and adapting as things change. But guys, I want you to guys make sure that you leave a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite limited time mode or LTM is. The Easter egg one was pretty good. I think the zombies, the original zombies during the Halloween event has probably been my favorite so far. But let me know, what's your favorite LTM, or what kind of LTM would you guys like to see in Warzone in the future? Drop that comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Guys, don't forget as well, make sure that you do subscribe to the channel, and make sure that you like the video as well. Like I said, we're on our way to our first 100 subscribers. We want to get to 1,000 before the end of the year, so please help me spread the good word, get some more eyes, get some more people in this channel to sub with, and let's make this thing bigger and better than it already is now. So don't forget though, make sure you guys are also following me over on Twitter at RiderPride639, where you get all the latest news and updates on the YouTube channel as well as the streams. And speaking of the streams, don't forget you can also follow me live over on Twitch when these things happen at twitch.tv/RiderPride639, where I go live 3 days a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Don't forget as well, guys, you're also welcome to join the Brighter Pride 639 Discord community. That information you're going to find right down below in the video description, as well as a link to get your very, very own Brighter Pride 639 merchandise through Design by Humans. So you guys are welcome to check that out as well. So that's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you all very, very much for watching. Just a quick reminder that the next video that's going to be scheduled to release is going to be Deathcom's Volume 8. So we've got a whole bunch of new Deathcom clips that have been compiled between myself as well as one of my regulars in Warzone, Sir Lortz. We've got a whole bunch of funny things to show you on that one there. Can't wait to show you guys that one. We'll see you guys then. So until next time, take care.